I was reviewing the video from yesterday and I noticed, I don't know why I didn't notice it yesterday. I went over it like 3 times, but the randomness of the sand is wrong, totally wrong. So I'm going to fix that just now. Where are we? If we go to our renderer, we have draw sand, and inside there I set the sand to be whatever this is here. But I actually want to set it to be sand equals sprites.sand. And then I want to say if PC is less than 0.1, sand equals that. Oops. So only if it's less than 10% do I want to make a choice to see if it is between sandstones and sand texture. And in fact, sandstones probably 0.2, sorry, 0.2%. I think that's right. So we should get less sandstones. There we go, that's better. Okay, it shouldn't look like it's completely covered in sand. That looks much better. Okay. And similar to that one there, that one there. Okay, these are much, much better. Okay, cool. Everything else still works. I can still drop it, still pick it up, drop it, pick it up. So that's that sorted. I also use GitHub as well, so I'm going to do git status, git add star.cs, git status, so you can see that git status, I've added this here. So if you want to follow this along, the link for the source code is in the description in the text below, below this video anyway. Git commit -m fixing randomness. The other thing I noticed as well, I was again reviewing this video, and I think I do this a lot in my other videos, is I talk as I type. Yeah, I'm gonna try and refrain from doing that, as well as saying Now, the last time we left this, I said I was going to do the map. I did notice something that was on this website here, vgmaps.com/atlas/atari 2600/htm index.htm. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of games here. The one I'm interested in is adventure, obviously, which is this one here. There's 2 variations of it. I'm just going to do the first variation of it, but you see that it has various things in it. So this is the, I don't know if you can see this in my cursor here. Yeah, you should be able to. So this is our starting room here. You notice there's actually an exit to the north and there is a castle. So I actually need to do, I need to do a little bit better than I'm doing just now. The other thing is down here you notice that this is the black key and not the sword. The sword is actually in the yellow castle. So that's another thing we need to fix. So we've got these 3 rooms here just now, and then we have this one over here, and then we get the chalice, which is the sort of the winning condition, and we have our dragons here that we need to slay. So we also have this maze in here that we need to build. So when I said that we didn't need to do any collision detection because we can get away with it, that was not strictly true. So I'm going to have to go away and create a castle based upon what this thing looks like here. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to have the exit. Yeah, I'm going to have to draw it inside TMX. So I'm going to go do that. If anybody wants me to do a video about that, just let me know in the comments below. But I'm just going to go ahead and create the castle and also create the north exit for our first screen, which is this one here. So I'm going to do that just now, and I'll come back in just a sec. Before I get too deep into this, I should probably start recording. So I added the yellow castle there, and I changed the exit to be south to 0, which makes sense. So the first screen you go north, and this is going to take us to the castle scene, but it's not letting me go down, and the reason why is because I found another bug, which is this one here, which is exit south is greater than that there, and I'm going to change this to public static int no room equals -1, and then that is then going to be greater than this one here. So in other words, it has a room. And then this one here. So greater than or equal. So that worked if you go east and west, but not if you go north and south. Whoopsies. So we go north here, and we go. Why is it not letting us go south? Why is that not working? Do I not have an exit south? Do I not set exit south? I must do. Oh, there we go. There it is. Yeah, see? Exit south is greater than no room. And the same one goes to here as well. And that should fix that issue. North and then south. North, south. Okay. Now the tricky bit is we need to get this in here. So we need to change our room descriptor. So a room descriptor needs to have public int visuals, public int collisions. These are going to be 16 by 12 arrays of integers that point to a value in the sprite sheet. We also need public int okay. So they're going to be set to null for anything that doesn't need that. And where am I going to get this information from? Well, if I go back to my tiled here, I have 3 layers. I've got north exit, which is going to tie in with this one here. I've got collision, which is going to tie in with this one here. And then I have visual, which is going to tie in with this thing here. And all this I exported as a JSON file. And let me find my JSON file. And my JSON file is over here, and my water is way back here. So our JSON file, it's got all this nice data in it for the visuals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out all those zeros and 39s and all the rest of it here. You'll see that we've got all of these here. And they all correspond to values inside the sprite sheet, which is kind of handy because that's how I set up this tile sheet here. So that tile sheet is going to have those values. So we go to our castle, which is inside our game map. Our yellow castle, we can say visuals equals new int all of this, which is all of these values here. And we can split it up into whatever values we want to do it in here. Make it a little bit easier for us, but Essentially, it's going to be 16 by 9. So when we get to the renderer, I'm just going to do this to make it look a little bit nicer. When we get to the renderer, we're just going to render these blocks out over the top of things. And they're not going to do anything different. They're just going to be on top of the background. So inside the renderer here, so you get draw sidewall, draw walls, draw all that kind of stuff. And then down here, we've got the draw the player and then draw whatever the inventory item is. So we need to do draw visuals. Description. Dot visuals. And I'm going to generate a method for that. If visuals just early out, we're not interested. So each one of these is going to be 0. 0 actually means nothing. I know that sounds kind of redundant, but this one here is tile ID 1 in this. So we have to subtract 1 from the value of the tile. So to get to the index value, we do int index equals y times 12 plus x. Boom. It's like it knows. Just figures it out. And then we say value at index equals visuals index minus 1. So we take 1 away from that and we say if value at index greater than minus 1, we want to draw something. So we're going to draw a sprite sheet dot match, and then it's going to be new vector 2 x times 16, and then the cell ID is going to be value at index. So we should get a castle. We go north. Oh dear. Well, we got something. Not entirely sure what we got, but we got something. And I'll tell you why, because that should be 16. Okay. Oh, that's even worse. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Is it doing it from? Export as castle. It does it from. Did I do this the wrong way around? Map properties. Tile render order right down, left down. Let's try that. Okay, file, export. I think that updated it. Okay. Scheme map. I don't think that changed that. No. Oh dear. Well, okay, so what if we did What if we just put a wizard at this point here, and then we put a wizard at this point here. We save it, and then that should do an export. Yeah, see, that's put 85 there, which is right because wizard's 84. So we do that there. So that is the width of the screen. Go into here. And we have the two wizards, which is right, but we've got a third wizard there. Which is just not right, is it? And then everything else is weirdly offset. Yeah. Okay, that should be 16 instead of 12. So we go back up to here. There's the castle. Okay, so now we have a castle. Don't really need the wizards. We do have sand up there, so let's draw more sand. I mean, it doesn't. When we're drawing over the top with sprites, but it's such a small program. It doesn't really matter. So, no, unfortunately, the sand is drawn after everything else. So, just the north wall. So we have to draw the sand first. So we draw the sand first, that draws the base, and then we can draw everything else on top of that. Right. So we get that there. Now, obviously, we can just wander about here and nothing really matters. So we need to get in our collisions. So the collisions, they're going to be slightly different. So we need to set up the collisions for each of the zones, if we have any. Oh, we also need to render the top. We need to render our north exit. So our north exit is this one here. This one here. Okay. So in our room descriptor, where's the game map? Yeah, here we go. And U8. Right. So now for our, when we draw visuals, we can also do draw visuals, description, north exit. And we should just get the north exit. Boom. Now the north exit, I think we have to, well, yeah. So we don't have the key for that just yet, but I also don't want to. I don't want to have. I want to do the collisions first. Right, let's get rid of the wizards from there. So go in here, erase these wizards. And now our collision, that's done inside our game. So our main game, when we do the change room, collisions equals current room dot collisions. Actually, let's do that. Ooh. So this is going to be very similar to the way that we draw the visuals. The difference is that we're going to create, pardon me, collision rectangles. So we're going to have rabbit list rectangle collisions. Okay, and then set up collisions. We're going to say if index is not equal to 0, now we don't need to store collisions for every square, so every grid square. We only need to store it for each square in the grid that contains a collision. This list, therefore, the collisions list, is going to be hopefully less than the number of like 16 times 12 tiles. X times 16. And of course each one is, oh yeah, we don't need to do that there. Okay, so that's how set up our collisions. And then we say if collisions, early out. So we want to make sure that we clear it, but we also want to make sure if we test it. So we also want to make sure if the player hits the collision that we're not interrupting it. So we want to say roll okay. So this is going to go through each collision and then check to see if the player intersects that collision. And then inside here, we want to check to see if the player has hit the new collision. Check object collisions. Okay, what do I call this? This is inside update. Collisions, get player input. Okay, get player input. And then we want to see if the new value hits any of those. We don't want to touch it, so we want to say if and then it's going to be player dot x plus offset dot x player dot position dot y dot plus dot x. We need to make that an integer. So, and then we want to say if is collision hit, that's the one, player rec, turn vector 2.0. So if the player hits a collision, we don't want the player to move forward anymore. And this will only work if we actually have collisions on that particular map. So over here, it just doesn't do anything, and it does the exact same thing that we did before. We've got to here now, and go over to here. It's not picking up collisions because I never set the collisions up. That's why. Okay. Well, that's good. So we know that it works. So our north X, and then we got our collision here. So I'm going to go grab our collision here. And inside our game map, we're going to have collisions equals new int. That. Okay. So we also, the collision's not working. So now they should work. So everything should work the same there. And if we got to here, it's just stopped. See, the wizards are back. Oh, because we never changed that there, that's why. Right, that's the visual there. So there's our visual there. And then the collisions, why are the collisions? Set up with collisions. Let's set a breakpoint here. I want to see how many collisions we've got. So in this one, we've got 191 collisions. That doesn't seem right. 191 collisions. That just seems wrong. Oh, that's why. That should be index. There you go. Found it. Dead easy. Okay, so now we go north, and we should not bump into things. Okay, it's a bit sticky. Very sticky, in fact. So we'll try and get that unstuck. Because it's moving away, that's why. It still thinks that you need to move against it. I wonder if we could, okay. So this one doesn't have a collision detection against it, because if you go to here, you'll see that if I take away the north exit, you see that the collision detection is actually inside this this here. So I know that I'm going to have a wall down here, which is going to be handled by the game code that we wrote in the last video. But it's gonna funnel the player into here. So that's going to let the player go through there. Now, obviously, this is going to send them back to 0. but see, it's not going to let the player go through that way. But I do need to put the visual on top of the player. So the visual actually has to go on top of the player. And that's easy fix because all I need to do is go to the renderer, and where I do the draw visuals, I don't want to draw the north exit on top of the player, but I do want to draw the castle on top of the player, so that when you walk into the castle, whoop, it looks like you're walking into the castle, which is kind of cool. It's kind of neat, like that. Obviously, when you get the key, that'll open the door, and then you'll be able to do your stuff. But until we get the key, which is down here, I mean, we could just change it to the sword for now. So if you've got the sword, then you can get access to this thing up here. There we go. Okay. All right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm in the game 1 here. I check here, but what I should do is I should actually do it inside here in the update. So I should check, this is the new position. Actually, if I do, so if I do that there, and then I check new player, actually I don't need to do that. All I need to do is that, and then I just say player.position equals old position. So that'll stop it being sticky. So if I go up to here, nothing should change there. But when I move up to here, whoa. Well, that changed everything. Player position, old position. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I can get rid of this. So does this hit? I mean, it should hit. If I go into here, and then I do that, it's going to say player position, old position. Oh, wait for it. I need to take that out here, and then inside here, I want to check that. I want to check and see if it's hit the collision there. So so the old position, oops. So the old position is there, and then I check the position of the collisions, and then at that point, this then determines if I'm going to move on to the next progression in user input. But if I've hit something, I want to return it back. I want to return the player back to their original position. Okay, if we go into here, there we go. Okay, and it's not sticky as well. That's the other thing. So it does mean that you can't run up the walls. Oh, you can. Oh, I guess because you're not, yeah. You can't run down the walls unless you remove your finger from the key. I'm okay with that. Okay. I mean, we can fix it later. Yeah, that's it. Okay. And then that one there. Right. So room descriptor, we also need to, we can have one lock per screen. I'm going to say we one lock per room. So we can have public bool room unlocked. So room unlocked is going to be false. So we need to also check okay, I think this is fine. So inside our game, when we go to collisions, where are we? So in our collisions, we're going to check to see if the room is unlocked. So set up collisions is int collisions. We also have int north exit. So we're going to say current room dot room unlocked collisions. Okay. And then if the room is not unlocked, then we also want to add the north exit one. So we want to say if room unlocked. So if it's not unlocked and north exit index is not equal to 0. So the north exit yeah, so north exit is there. So hopefully this will just work. So we go up to here, and then we should get bunk stopped by the gate because we don't have the key. Perfect. Okay. So now we don't have the key. What we need to do is we need to fetch the key. Now we need to know if that rectangle is an exit or not. And if it is an exit and we've touched the exit, okay. So I'm just going to have private private list rectangle exit locked doors. That there. Locked doors. Okay. And we want to say if blocker, in other words, it's a locked door, we want to add that rectangle to it. Oh, it's blocker anyway. I want to say locked doors clear. So we clear the locked doors, we add the rectangle collisions to there, we block it there. Now we could just have another structure and put that in the list and then have like a rectangle and a Boolean value in there. There's a ton of ways to do these things. I'm just gonna hack this in just now because it is easiest. It's also 10 past 11 at night. Yikes. So much for the hour that I said I was going to be doing this. Okay, let's tidy this up here. So we've got our locked doors here. So if we have a key, so I'm going to say, where we got this here. Let's check. So I'm going to have private pool locked door hit there, which are all in locked doors. If call. Right, so same thing as that there. So if the locked door is hit, if locked door hit new pause dot to rectangle current room dot north exit no sorry, we need to do unlock equals true. So in our renderer we've got to say draw visuals north exit if description. So if it's not unlocked, we draw the north exit. I guess we draw the north exit doors. But only if, we're going to say if player dot current item dot do I have a name? No, I've just got a shape equals sprites dot sword. So only if you're carrying the current, only if you're carrying the sword do you get to open the door. No reference. Oh right, okay. Well, we can fix that. There you go. Oh no, that's not right. Yeah, that's not. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Come on. Why is this chugging away? This used to be really fast. What? Is it running? Oh, no, it's not running. Okay. So I'll go up to here. Can't get in. So I'm going to go and get the sword, which is going to act as our key for this one particular door for just now, because we need to get the key. We don't have a key. So we go up to here, and then boom. And we still can't get there because we need to do locked doors dot clear. So we go, let's go get the key. So we go get the key. Again, key in inverted commas, key. And then we go up here, and then we get the key. And it still won't let us in. Oh, because it's adding the collision to there. Oh dear, 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 dear. Right, I don't want it to add the collision to that. I want to add the collision. Oh, I need to know the collision. Oh, actually, what I need to do is, it's the same rectangle as that. So I need to do, inside there, I need to do dot remove for each door in locked doors. So I need to remove the collision from there, because that's the one that actually does the damage. Yeah, not particularly happy about that, but yeah, we are where we are. So I'm gonna go up to here, get the MacGuffin, get the sword, go up to here, unlock the door, and boom, unlock the castle. I get into the castle room, and all is well that ends well. Okay, I think I'm going to end it there. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.